Hey guys, and welcome back to Super Mario Galaxy. Boy, we've recorded a lot of these today.
Danger Zone!
Danger Zone! Yeah, I had Archer in mind when I was naming this part. By the way, great show. Don't binge watch it. Oh man, I went from really enjoying that show to fucking hating it by the end of Season 3.
Oh, is it one of those where, just to, to close off this tangent, one of those where if you binge watch you realize how repetitive it is?
Oh yeah, you should. It was meant to be watched in like its original run, I think it was Archer.
Yeah, I recommend doing something similar to like Gurren Lagann. Do not binge watch Gurren Lagann. It is repetitive as all hell.
This is the gate. We'll be going in here later, but for time being, that's spoiler territory.
Oh?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
And here we are, the garden. It's a secret room. Well, not anymore.
Well, Mario's part of the family. He's allowed to know all the cosmic secrets and whatnot, and in this place, Purdy.
Very somber. Very relaxing. You just want to lay down a picnic blanket.
This place, however, is the exact opposite of that. Yeah, Lewis, I hear you sighing, so you can take this one, mate.
Why does this galaxy exist? Oh, God.
What is it about Deep Dark Galaxy? I recall you getting into a tangent with this one during the Brain Scratch run, but it refreshed my memory.
I will grant it this. The boss fight that's in this galaxy is actually pretty fun. And, that's about all I can say for it, because nothing else happens here.
Like, the colour scheme is kind of drab. The music's nothing to write home about. It's just something that's already been used. And there's a lot of repetitive stuff, especially like in the very start of the mission, which is basically a mood and pace killer where you have to open the gate the same way each time.
Yeah.
In this case, launching yourself out of the cannon to get a rainbow star, kill all of the Octoroks here. Well, no, you don't have to kill all... No, you have to kill them all in order to get the... No, you don't, actually. You're just doing this for the fuck of it all. Damn it, Tom, you monster.
Oh, it's enjoyable is what it is.
Very cathartic.
You don't get to have the invincibility much in this game, and when you do, it doesn't matter much. I think there's like maybe one or two times where the invincibility power-up is used in a situation where you don't actually need it for something.
Yeah, especially compared to the 2D games. Or am I just thinking of Kaizo Mario in this regard?
Maybe.
It's kind of the gripe I have with... The one gripe I have with the 3D games is that the power-ups are all placed based on necessity, rather than just being there for the sake of having power-ups.
You can ignore the water section entirely. Well, in stars where you don't have to go underwater, you can triple jump on that wall where the Magic Koopa was to get up there a little easier and faster, in case you don't want to go through all those platforming segments. Not that the platforming segments in this galaxy are arduous in any sort, but there is enough...
Interesting.
Okay, yeah, if you really don't care, that just go to the triple jump segment just to clear the galaxy faster.
Anyone else kind of freaked out by the giant jellyfish, the one that doesn't have a face, or at least doesn't appear to have a face?
I never got really close to care.
Yeah.
Because, my mentality, I want to get the fuck out of here as soon as possible.
It's a really big, glowing, don't touch me light.
Also has some pop-in issues.
Sorry, you got a bit technical for a second there, my brain shut down.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Boss time.
Round 2 with her.
Yeah, anyway, I don't really mind this quite so much, because it's actually kind of fun.
Yeah.
But it's like, we've basically seen the width and length of the level already. There's a swimming section, there's a beach, and there's a big watery pool underground with a boat in it. The boat doesn't do anything, it's just sort of a set piece.
Kind of reminds me of that one level in, I think it's Spyro 3, where it's got like ghosts and whatnot in it.
Like a ghost ship, pretty much.
Yeah, basically.
You see, Mario 64 had a ghost ship level, or sunken ship level.
Mario World had one too.
It was actually an interesting one. There was stuff to it. It wasn't just a dark place with a boat.
Well, Mario World was the first to do the sunken ship.
Yeah,
ghost ship.
proper.
Yeah. Just in the Mario series. I'm not saying in general, but you know, I like that level. It was just for like aesthetically. It was my favorite haunted level.
It's the one you had to go in to open up the final world, wasn't it? Get the Bowser head to rise out of the deep.
Yeah, yeah. And then it ends with that fall through that bottomless chasm, which, you know, legitimately creeped me out when I first played it a long time ago. Then you get the question mark block, and that opens up everything else. Yeah, it's one of the more memorable levels in the world.
I'm sorry, I cannot throw things diagonally. I apologize.
It's like you're human, Tom.
I won't blame you for that, because aiming these things diagonal is a pain in the butt.
And there ain't no lock-on feature.
Oh no.
And she's being really stingy with the green shells.
Yeah, it's because I missed her.
The last hit she starts throwing fireballs almost all the time. I mean, there's a pattern to how many fireballs she'll throw right before she throws a green shell, but the pattern changes with every hit. So
be careful with the green shell, by the way, because that is still potent magic, and if you don't do the spinny thing or grab it off the ground, the green shell magic can hurt you.
But the spin attack does have a wide hitbox, so if you get hit by the green shell, that is entirely your fault.
Yes, it is.
Time to do more stuff in Deep Dark Galaxy.
We're gonna be here for basically the whole part, mate. You best gird your loins, gird your irons now.
Levels like this make me want to stop being a completionist.
Wow, what is it with you and sentences that start really dark and then become kind of tame towards the end?
Those are just your cynical expectations, Tom.
Yeah, probably.
Is this better? Levels like this make me want to skin a cat. No.
I wouldn't go that far.
Okay, well, the gate is open in this one, but the principle is essentially the same, because we have to take out this guy, then we have to go to the other planet to get the fire flower and come back and light the torches again. So it's basically the same thing with a different wrinkle.
Yeah, I just like how one of the toads is sleeping on the sand with a beach chair held up in front of him as a shield.
Always one step ahead of the curb.
What now, motherfucker?
Honestly, I was surprised you even bothered with the water, or the coconuts. You know, you can just easily double jump your way on top of that.
I like hitting things with coconuts.
An interesting hobby, Tom. Might want to elaborate that on a future video.
I'm sorry, we can't all afford watermelons, alright?
Well, I actually don't like watermelons. So.
I don't think I've ever had watermelon.
I'm not a big fan of watermelons. It's like watermelon flavored candy or something, sure, but they don't exactly taste like watermelons.
Maybe that's why you like it. It tastes nothing like the real thing.
Was that green planetoid over there the one we started on? Let me guess, you weren't looking at the screen, were you?
No, I'm looking at the screen. I just not at the background.
There is another planetoid around here. I think it's actually like a bonus level that you access via a green pipe, but the way how Galaxy handles things, it's loaded anyway.
Uh-huh.
I think I recall maybe watching a video on that. People call it the DS planet.
Ah, yeah, someone mentioned that in the comments of one of the earlier parts, yeah.
Yeah. They call it the DS planet because from the outside it looks like, you know, a DS. But it's actually a box.
Like DS Island in Phantom Hourglass.
Yeah, but from the outside it looks like that, but inside it's supposed to be one of those boxed bonus levels.
I don't think we're going to be going to visit that. Unless it's the Secret Star proper, then yes, we are.
Well, no, you kind of have to glitch your way to see it from the outside.
Okay.
So, don't worry, you're not missing anything.
Hey, I didn't fuck up. I merely didn't try hard enough.
We didn't see it because I didn't care. Oh, I thought you were going to say fuck off to the flood.
Mini floods. Wow, they've been mass-produced in space.
Oh yeah, I mean, why the hell? You know, of course it's the game after the game's already released that we get floods with flamethrower properties and like burst shots.
I still want a Sunshine 2 where it goes for like the gaseous and solid forms of water.
I can't believe I never noticed that those were flood heads before.
How the hell do you not see that?
Lewis, we were on a giant flood head and you still didn't notice, mate.
And these are even more apparent because these are actual flood heads. And they shoot out water and fire.
It's okay, the boy's been embarrassed enough, it's cool. What you gotta do here is shoot these tennis balls into the watermelon, and you get a star, and I can't believe I just said that sentence.
I have no idea. What is this? Where did this come from?
The mind of a genius.
Why does butt-stomping tennis balls into a watermelon make the watermelon a bigger watermelon?
It was a day when Miyamoto tripped and fell into a anthill full of crack.
That's good cocaine.
So he was tripping balls, and he tripped balls into something that made him trip balls harder.
Yeah.
Okay.
Welcome to Sonic Team.
Sense.
We make games, I think. Back in we go.
The third level of Deep Dark Galaxy awaits.
It's okay, Lois. We're cringing along with you, mate.
Okay, which one is this one? Please tell me it's an interesting mission. Guppy and the Underground Lake. No, it's just another ring race.
It's just another boring piece of bullshit.
Guppy, by the way, is the name of the killer whale.
Not so much a killer, but...
Well, it does kill you if you don't complete its tasks.
Do you die from not completing this task?
I think so.
I never failed this mission.
I think you become so sad that you have to start everything over again. Not sure about dying.
I like to think this star is a throwback to the Manta Ray ring mission in Super Mario 64. It's pretty much the same thing.
Yeah. Doesn't matter how cartoony you make their faces, the eels are still kind of creepy.
I think it's their bug eyes in this one that creep me out the most. You know, Unagi in 64 had the sharp teeth and the beady eyes.
Oh, Jesus, yeah.
Yeah, but this one, it looks like they took an extreme amount of opium. And now they swim not because it's their duty, but because they know nothing else.
Nothing but the unrelenting horror of being a bug-eyed freak. Same deal here as in the Sea Slide Galaxy. A few more obstacles, though. Like, you got mines there, bloopers, hither and thither.
Yeah, those sea mines look dangerous because, you know, they got eyes and they glare at you when you get close, but they won't actually explode until you touch them.
Very Banjo-esque, actually, if you think about it.
Yeah. Cartoonish in nature.
Looks like something Mumbo would turn Banjo into. Don't forget that using the Z button can give you a little breaky break here. Very useful for making tight turns.
The brake pads were just installed for this one, so all is well. I like the look of that.
The final ring is set amidst some, like, whirlpool things over here, and it's actually kind of tricky to go in between them. I'd recommend going this way. Because there is a time limit on those rings, and if you fuck about too much, you will die / feel sad.
You feel so sad that you die.
Yeah.
Well, it's nice to know that you're a fish of your word.
You're still a douchebag, though. Guppy the douchebag. Has a ring to it.
That's the main things of Deep Dark Galaxy done. We've just got to do... I think it's a comet... Yes, it's a Daredevil comet, actually. It's all coming back to me.
Yeah. One of the more nerve-wracking Daredevil ones.
Oh, yeah.
It's the Magic Koopa thing again.
She has a name. I just don't remember.
Camilla.
Yeah, you got, you know, the more hits you land on her, you know, you got to deal with more fireballs. You got to deal with the summon Magic Koopas. I would say this is even harder than the Bouldergeist.
Yeah, but Bouldergeist is a piece of piss, honestly, if you know how to get around the projectiles and the like. This one, I would say the hardest part is the transition from the first part of the fight to the second. You know, when you're climbing up and have to jump onto the platform.
Yes.
Well, if I were to speak on difficulty levels, Bouldergeist is really only hard because of when you're likely to play it during your playthrough, which is fairly early on.
Yeah.
Whereas this is like the ass end of the late game. So yeah, it's difficult. And it's difficult on subsequent playthroughs, too, whereas Bouldergeist has been more hard in the context of it's probably one of the hardest early missions you'll ever play.
That, and you're not in total control of where the fireballs are going to materialize. There was always an element of control that you had with Bouldergeist battles when it came to the summoned rocks or when he summoned the stalactites from the floor. There were always countermeasures. You can't really do anything against the fireballs, and you can only hope that you can spin attack the Magic Koopas safely without getting hurt by anything else.
I'd heavily recommend taking out the mini Magic Koopas first, otherwise this will be 10 times as hard.
Yes.
As a side note, you can stand on the railing to avoid the fireballs.
Yes, that too. That and Camilla, right?
Yep.
You always get a bit nervous when she starts teleporting like that, because there is a good chance, it doesn't happen all the time, but she can teleport right on top of you. And that causes touch damage, so you could lose the battle that way.
That's probably my least favourite gaming trope ever.
Teleporting on top of you?
Yeah, it's not the 90s anymore, we don't need touch damage, go away.
Have you ever beaten the original Castlevania?
Yes, I have actually.
Alright, that didn't like that with the original Dracula fight.
So, okay, Lewis. We're almost done.
No, I've actually played the original Castlevania, not in its 8-bit version, but in the PlayStation 1 slightly better graphics version. That's basically the same
Chronicles?
Game. Yeah, it's the same game with slightly less stiff jumping control.
No, that's around the same, I would say.
It has two modes. It has a really stiff jumping mode where you have some influence over your air direction, except not really. And it has a second mode which changes your sprite to be more like Simon's 8-bit design and gives you absolutely no jumping control.
Just like real life.
By the time of this recording, AGDQ will probably be in like the tail end of its schedule. But there was a really good Castlevania 1 run that was completed in 12 minutes and 15 seconds.
Don't know how they managed that.
Castlevania, as hard as it is also a pretty short game.
Well, they basically made the entirety of Castlevania 1 into a single level in Harmony of Despair.
Yeah, that was one of the DLC levels, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, it's literally all the 8-bit levels grafted together into a single Metroidvania stage.
The only thing that could make it more perfect is if Frankenstein was the boss.
Well, no, he's part of it. Yeah, all the original 8-bit bosses are on the stage.
I'm just saying, the whole thing's stitched together as a Frankenstein's monster.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, just waxing lyrically.
I think I sort of spaced out when the mission title popped up, so what are we doing here again?
We're going after the hidden star.
Yeah, it's the hidden star.
Time to blow up those Kazooie mines. Because now I can't look at them any other way, because you're absolutely right.
Damn right I am.
So you can either have Mario run into them like a dumbass, or you can throw a green shell at them.
That's how I figured it out the first time. I ran into one by accident and opened it up.
We shall call it Ryan Strats in his honor.
You know what creeps me out about those mines, though? They grow back. Like, no, they don't just spawn back in. They literally grow back in like plants.
Well, how do you think a Pokemon that knows self-destruct key continues to exist after it uses self-destruct? No, it's just resting.
Organic bombs.
That's the star basically one and done, by the way. All you have to do is reach over here, get the boo to follow you, and boom, there you go.
Ah, right. The boo is... it has the star inside of it.
Not a very bright boo.
It's a vaguely clever star, but it feels like it would have fit better in the haunted level.
Yeah, yeah. In any case, you don't have to complain anymore, Lewis. We're done. We're free. We'll see you next time for more Galaxy shenanigans. Bye-bye.
Hallelujah.